What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Degree. Today we're going to be doing a tier list, which is something I was looking forward to make for a long time. Tier lists are something I'm really into. I love giving my opinions into content of the game. If you guys like these type of videos and you want me to make more of those, don't worry, because I have other tier lists coming really soon that are going to be again centered on Mad City, so you don't have to worry, they're coming really soon. I have them in plans. So if you like these type of videos where I give my opinion and stuff in the game, make sure to go ahead and like the video. It's actually going to help the video to be shared more on YouTube, as well as subscribing to my channel. It helps me so much as a creator, and we're so close to 2.5 thousand subscribers. So I said to you guys that at 2.5 thousand subscribers I would start making weekly live streams of Mad City, playing with you guys, grinding or doing fun stuff. So I'm really looking for that, as well as doing a face reveal, guys. The face reveal is going to be happening at 2.5 thousand subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hitting that notification bell, so whenever I do a new video you're notified instantly, and basically you can watch it whenever it's out. So guys, today we're going to be reviewing all of these weapons. I'm looking very forward to do that. So without further ado, let's actually jump right into it. There's going to be a few categories we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the melee weapons, the pistols, SMGs, the shotguns, the ARs, the snipers, the explosive weapons, the exclusive weapons, and the crate weapons. I didn't include any of the admin weapons or any weapon that you can basically obtain, like game mode weapons, any of that. I just included the main weapon, the original weapons. So basically we're going to be looking at that today. There's a lot to cover. Let's jump right into it right now. Okay, so the first category of weapons we're going to be looking at in today's video is going to be the melee weapons, which are right here. There's 6 of them. Basically, the melee weapons, they all do the same amount of damage no matter what melee weapon there is. So it's going to be 40 damage per hit no matter what. So basically making it where a melee weapon, whenever you have it on your person, you get it out and you smash basically your opponent 3 times, and no matter what happens after 3 times, they're going to fall on the ground and basically die, which is very much one of the best weapons in the game. I don't prefer any melee weapons in particular. I would say maybe machete, because it's really cool looking, but I'm going to be giving them a S, all of them, because melee weapon has their own category weapon, meaning that it's not going to replace any of their gun that you have in your inventory, making it a very useful weapons at all times. So yeah, I'm going to be giving basically S for all the melee weapons, but I really prefer, in terms of visual, the machete. I think it's really cool. The fact that it has a blade, I really like it. Alright, so the second category of weapon we're going to be looking at today is going to be the pistols. So we have 4 of them. We have the regular one, we have the deagle, as well as the silenced pistol, and the taser. So the taser, I put it in the pistol category because I didn't know where to put it else. So we're going to be starting with the regular pistol. The 2 weapons that you see here, the regular pistol and the silenced pistol, are the same exact gun. The only difference that difference them is basically the fact that they have different firing sound. So the silenced pistol is suppressed and the normal pistol isn't. So basically they have the same damage. If I have to give a preference, I prefer the silenced version because it basically makes no sound. I really like silenced weapons myself. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving the silenced pistol an A. I'm going to be giving the regular pistol a B. The only difference being the firing, but I have to get a few points to the regular pistol because of the fact that you can find it in crates when being a prisoner, making it pretty much one of the easiest guns to obtain in the entire game. So yeah, I have to give it a few points, but still, I really prefer the silenced pistol. When it comes to the deagle, I'm gonna give it a because the deagle has 25 damage per bullet and has a mag of 7. Basically, you can do an entire kill in 4 bullets if they don't have armor. If they have armor, it's gonna be then 6 bullets. So basically I'm going to be giving it a. For the taser, well, the taser is just so useful as a cop, so I'm going to be giving it a S because the taser is just basically one of the best tools there are for cops. Alright, so for the other category we're going to be looking at is going to be the SMGs. So we have 2 of them. I didn't put the silenced SMG, the silenced UZ in with the SMGs because I did put it with the crate weapons. So we're going to be having 2 in front of us. We're going to have the Tech 9 as well as the MP5. So in my opinion, I think the Tech 9 is one of the worst weapons there are in this tier list. I don't use it at all. It has a very slow fire rate, as well as I think very low damage. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving the Tech 9 a D because I think it's one of the worst weapons there are. I think the MP5 is really better, and I use it a lot when it comes to grinding for money or XP. So to be honest, I think the MP5 is going to be getting a straight A. It's one of the best SMGs there are in the game, definitely, and it's way better than the Tech 9 without a doubt. And yeah, that's why I'm going to be giving the MP5 AA and the Tech 9 AD. If you use the Tech 9, I respect you still, but to be honest, I don't know why you're not moving to the MP5 instead, which is basically a really big upgrade. I don't know why people still use the Tech 9 these days, but anyways. Alright, so the second not the second, what am I saying? The fourth category of weapon we're going to be looking at is going to be shotguns. Basically, we have the regular shotgun as well as the SPAS. To be honest, the two of them are really similar. The only difference being, actually there's a few differences. We're going to be going over that. So the regular shotgun, basically what it does, it has a slower fire rate than the SPAS. So basically the SPAS shoots a little faster, but the shotgun, basically what it does, it has more damage. So yeah, that's the only difference between the two. Personally, I prefer the SPAS because it shoots faster. So when it comes to close combat, you want to shoot faster than your opponent, definitely. So I'm going to be giving the SPAS a A, and I'm going to be giving the shotgun a B, just because of the fact that basically these weapons are, again, secondary weapons that you can obtain really early game. And basically I use the SPAS a lot more. It's very personal preference here, but yeah, it's basically what I'm going to be in terms of in the tier list. Okay, so the fifth category we're going to be looking at today is going to be the ARs, so assault rifles. There's 4 of them as of today. So it's going to be the M4A1, which is a Game Pass weapon, the AK-47, which is a free weapon, the SCAR, which is a Game Pass weapon, and the FAMAS, which is I think it's a default weapon. Yeah, it's a default weapon. It's a free weapon. Basically, I just looked it up. It's a free weapon that basically is not in a Game Pass, so anyone that doesn't have Game Pass can have it, which basically makes it really, really useful for new players. So if I go in order, I'm going to start with the M4A1. The M4A1 has to be definitely one of the best weapons in the entire game. It does 10 damage per hit and has a very good accuracy, as well as a fire rate similar to the MP5 with a mag size of 30. It's really good. It can do up to 300 damage if you aim well with your gun. So yeah, I'm going to be giving the M4A1, since I use it a lot myself, a straight S. It's probably much one of the best ARs there are in the game. If you're a free player, you're probably going to be using the AK-47 because it's really, really similar to the M4A1. So the AK-47 is going to be giving an A because it's one of the best AR there are in the games, definitely. The SCAR, to be honest, I don't use it that much myself. I think it has a very slow fire rate, making it very not desirable. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving the SCAR a D as well. I don't like the SCAR that much. I really think it's one of the worst weapons there are in terms of AR in the game. The FAMAS right here is going to be the last AR we're going to be looking at. The FAMAS is really good. 3 bullets per shot, making it basically it's 10 shot per mag of 30 bullets, which is really, really good, especially for the jewelry store. If you shoot 1 mag and you don't miss any bullets for the jewelry store, you're going to shoot all your cases and you're going to be full bag. So basically, yeah, I'm going to be giving the FAMAS a for this. I use the M4A1 way more than the FAMAS, so that's why I'm going to be giving it a as well. Alright, so the 6th category of weapons we're going to be looking at is going to be the sniper rifles. So we have the sniper, which is right here, and the AWP, which is right here. So basically these two snipers have a huge difference between each other. So this one, the sniper, does 40 damage per hit, and this one does 80 damage per hit. The only thing that differentiates them as well is the free version, which is the sniper, and the premium version, which is the AWP. You have to pay to be able to use the AWP, making it very annoying for free players with want to have a 80 damage sniper. Me myself, I use the AWP a lot. I love using the sniper because it's 80 damage, so if you have an opponent that flies, it's really helpful. You can take them from afar. So yeah, I'm going to be giving the AWP a S as well because it's a really good, really good range weapon. It's 80 damage per hit. You can't really deny the fact that it's really helpful in situations where you have someone flying. And the sniper, I don't use it at all. Actually, I really never use it because I use the AWP instead. So I'm going to be giving it a C because it's still a sniper that does a pretty considerable amount of damage. But I use the AWP a lot more. Okay, so the other category we're going to be looking at is going to be the explosive weapon. So we have 5 of them. We have the RPG right here, which is a premium weapon. There's going to be the M32, which is the grenade launcher. It's a free weapon that you can obtain by paying it in game. You need to pay a specific amount of money to be able to obtain it. There's the grenade, which is a throwing weapon. It's a free weapon that you can obtain at any point in the game. No game pass. I don't know which type of bond this is, but this is obtainable in the game by paying a specific amount of money as well in the police base. And there's going to be the egg cannon launcher. So I'm going to be straightforward. I never used this one in my entire life. I started 5 months ago playing and I never got to use this one. I don't think it's available with admin commands as well. If it is, let me know down in the comments, but I don't think it is. I never used it myself. So that's what I'm going to be giving never used already. So we have 4 weapons left in the explosive categories. So I never use these type of bonds ever. So basically when you throw them, it does a cloud that basically weakens your opponent, giving damage over time. So I never use that at all because of the fact that you need to pay to be able to use them in the first place. So what I'm going to be going to do is I'm going to give it a C because I know it does a lot of damage and a lot of people use it in terms of PvP at the prison, but I never use it myself, so that's why I'm going to be giving it a C. For the grenades, it's a must-have if you're doing close range PvP. It's really good. You just throw a grenade and then you start using your other weapons. So I'm going to be giving the grenade a A. I don't use it that much often though. I use the regular weapons instead of using explosive like that, so I'm gonna be giving it a as well. So you have the RPG and the M32. I'm gonna be doing the M32. M32 is a grenade launcher. You need to pay a specific amount of money to be using it in game, making it so when you don't have that much money, you don't want to buy it because you're gonna be wasting all your money. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving the M32 a C, just because of the fact that you need to pay money to be able to use it in the first place, and it's not that much useful. The grenades, they can be easily avoided, and yeah, it's not that great either. And we have the RPG left. The RPG is the last exclusive weapon I think that you can pay with game passes in this list. It's a lot of damage per hit. A lot of people hate this weapon. They think it's the most the weapons that made Mad City die. Basically, a lot of people just use this gun to spam the rockets. Like whenever you have somebody that just started to play the game, it's just so tempting. You just want to take the RPG and just go as hot rod and spam it. So I'm gonna be giving it a not a S, because it's definitely hated by a lot of players in the community. So yeah, the RPG is gonna be getting an A in my opinion. Alright, so the other category we're gonna be looking at is the exclusive weapons. So these weapons here, you need to either do a specific action to obtain it, or pay it out of game, or do admin commands in order to obtain it. Yeah, so we have 3 of them. We have the death ray right here that can be obtained by going in the pyramid, obtaining the gold key, going at the basically the restaurant, and going at the back, going into the vault and obtaining it. There's gonna be the nerf ray right here, which you need to buy on Amazon in order to get it in game. It's an exclusive weapon that you can only get by buying it online or by using admin commands in order to get it, but to use it in public lobbies you need to get it online. There's gonna be the frost gun right here. The frost gun is no longer available in the game, and the only way to obtain it as of right now is gonna be by using admin commands in game. So we're gonna start with the death ray. The death ray is really good. It's 25, I think it's 20. I think it's 20 or 25, I'm not sure. I think it's 20 because it's 5 hits, I think, to down somebody, but it's 20 damage per hit, and it's a very fast fire rate. So yeah, it's definitely one of the best fast fire guns there are in Mad City, no doubt. The fact that you have to go all the way to the pyramid, go back, go at the restaurant, use the gold key, and then get the gun is very tedious to just get the gun itself, but it's really good. I'm gonna be giving it a B. Just to balance things up, because it's a really good gun, but you have a long path to do just to get the gun itself. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving it a B. If it was a little bit less longer to get the gun itself, I would give it a, maybe even a S, but just the fact that you have to spend a lot of time getting it, that's why I give it a B. So for the nerf ray, I have it myself. I did make a lot of videos using it. It's definitely a cool weapon to have. When you buy it online, you can basically put it on your lap, on your avatar. It's basically an exclusive from Roblox, so you can have it on your avatar as well, being a really cool accessory for your avatar. But it does 7 damage per hit, which is really bad. You don't want to use it in PvP. It's really bad. You're gonna get really like, your opponent is gonna win. Definitely, it's no doubt. The nerf ray, just because of the fact that it does no damage, but it's a very cool weapon, I'm gonna be giving it a B. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be giving it a because of the fact that it's the only weapon in the game that if you have it, people know that you actually had to buy it online. You know, it's a really exclusive gun. If you want to get it yourself, I do a few giveaways in my Discord server that you can join right now, by the way, by going in the description of the video. I'm giving a few away every once in a while, so you can join my Discord server in order to participate in the giveaways. I'm going to do a few giveaways on stream as well in order to obtain those. So after that, we have the frost gun. The frost gun is again no longer available in the game. You have to use admin commands in order to get it in the first place. So the frost gun, it does a very low amount of damage. It's very bad. I don't use it at all when it comes to PvP because, well, you use it in the admin VIP lobby, so there's no way to actually PvP with it in public. So that's why I don't use it that much. I'm gonna be giving it, just because of the fact that it's really cool, I'm gonna be giving it a B because it's a cool weapon. It's technically one of the exclusive weapons that look the coolest in my opinion. Okay, so the last category of weapon we're gonna be looking at is gonna be the crate weapons. So there's 3 of them. This is gonna be very fast forward because basically there's some weapons that are very good, but there's some weapons that are not that good, and I'm gonna be going over that in my opinion. There's the minigun, which is basically the minigun just like in any other game, but there's one in Mad City. There's the ray gun that's originally from Call of Duty. They have their own version in Mad City, which is really cool in my opinion, that they did like some sort of not crossover, because definitely Call of Duty didn't do anything with Mad City, but the fact that they took the original ray gun from Call of Duty it's really cool. And they have the silenced SMG, the silenced UZ, which is in my opinion really nice. I really love the sound of it, and it's a really cool SMG. So we're gonna start with the silenced SMG right here. It's in my opinion one of the coolest weapons in the entire game. It's a silenced UZ. There's no regular UZ, which is kind of a bummer because I really like this SMG overall. I think it's one of the coolest SMGs in video games. I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna be giving the silenced UZ a S, definitely, because it's one of the weapons that you definitely are looking forward whenever it comes to combat close. It's really cool. Whenever you find a crate with it, whenever I find a crate with the silenced UZ in it, I always go for it, definitely. After that, we have the ray gun. The ray gun is definitely one of the best weapons there are in crates. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. It's really cool. It's really good as well. So when you're in PvP, you're definitely gonna have an advantage. If they're in the sky, it's gonna be really hard to aim at them because basically it's really hard to aim with this. So yeah, the ray gun itself, I'm gonna be giving it a A. It's really cool to have. I think it's one of the best weapons there are in the game, definitely. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna be giving it a A. After that, we have the minigun, which is the last weapon on this list. The minigun, I use it never. I never use the minigun, although I did use it a few times, so I'm never going to be putting it in never use. And I'm not going to put it in D because it's definitely cool to have one. I think it's a really good gun to have. It's one of the biggest guns there are in the game, definitely. When you hold one in your hands, it makes it so your avatar looks like it's armored and stuff. I really like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give in the minigun a C, because it's definitely a good looking gun, but I never use it myself. I prefer the other guns right here. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna be giving the minigun a C, which is kind of sad, but it's in my opinion. So yeah, we did go over all the list, so this is what it looks like in my opinion. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this type of videos. I really love to make videos like this where I don't play the game and give my input when it comes to my opinion in games. I really like it. So if you like this type of videos, again, make sure to go ahead and drop that like in the video, subscribe to my channel, as well as hitting that notification bell. It helps the channel tremendously, and I really appreciate it when you guys do that. I really appreciate my community. If you want to talk with me more, join my Discord server. I'm really active on that, and I love talking to my fans. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We're going to be looking for another video on Friday. Thank you guys so much for looking at my videos. Degree out. Goodbye.